The other thing about Olympia that's really sad is, and I know it's not just Olympia, the homelessness here, you really get a look through, you really get a raw look at reality, seeing the homelessness situation. And we really can't know how it is for someone unless we are them, you know? So what could look really bad on the outside could not that be as bad as it looks, because everyone derives value from different things. But I'll tell you, to me, it looks really sad. Like, people should not have to live like that. This is a very tough world, and just looking at them tells us something seriously wrong about our world. I just saw a hawk on a sign, and I was distracted. There's beautiful things in this world, like nature, and humans are beautiful too. It's just so sad that this world, that this society, this construct that we're in, does not support everyone. It reminds me of something else that has become a trendy thing amongst especially the New Agers, the whole movement, what's it called? It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Manifesting. It's like The Secret, you know, that book and all the manifesting stuff. The way I've seen that, we're always manifesting. Like, we're always working toward what we want. Where attention goes, energy flows, right? So, in a way, we're all doing that. I mean, there's more to it in those books and things. Like, it's like you have to imagine it as if it's already happened and all this. But I've manifested things without doing that. So, I don't know. I'm someone I wouldn't consider myself a whistleblower, but I'm just like, that's a scam, that's a scam, that's a scam. I'm just like, this is a scammy world, and there's multiple ways to do things. There isn't the way. There's no exclusive truth or exclusive this or that. And once you come to realize that, it's quite freeing, because you have your own way of achieving something and your own way of discerning things. And I know that's a little off topic from the whole Olympia and homeless thing, but I just get existential with every topic and what it's like to be and what it's like to experience and perceive. Like, those are the fundamental things that make it who we are. Like, what we know, what we love, how we see things, and like whatever morale you might have cultivated or have had or have lost or have gained, you know. I just know for a fact that this world is really tough, because there are feelings I have that are not feelings I would choose to have. Now, with that said, I wouldn't say that I'm immune to, or that that I don't ever want to feel anything uncomfortable, and I'm so sensitive that I can't deal with any pain or struggle. Like, I deal with that stuff on the daily, and like heavy amounts of it, not every day. I have some awesome days, some really awesome days, but then on the really bad days, there's just too many bad days. Like, there's already been several lifetimes in my one lifetime of what I would deem an acceptable amount of pain for someone to have in their life. And I'm not like, oh, poor me. I'm just saying it because I'm like, it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable for this much pain to exist. I want challenges without having to always have pain. Like, pain is boring. Like, it's like people say, oh, I get bored. I would be bored if life was just easy and had, I know, like, if it just felt good and there wasn't challenges. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds boring, but it's also boring to have this, like, pain, and you worked on your past traumas, you put work into it, and I know it's not just me. It's other people that have worked on themselves and maybe gotten better about not being hung up or caught up in something and dragging all their baggage around. Not necessarily that, but just the pain they carry. needs to be more creativity. It feels like we're stuck in a program that kind of just treats everyone the same, and there aren't any exceptions. And we are all exceptions in our own way. If only the program we were in was actually intelligent enough to assign us to the right place. And I know that sounds idealistic, but to say it's idealistic is reductionist, because it's actually like more awesome than anything that you can actually perceive and experience. And awesome is just not, it's an ineffable thing. Ineffable meaning there's no words in this plane of existence that actually embody what that kind of awesomeness is. And I've just, in the felt presence of experience, touched moments of this in powerful states of basically non-physicality, in high doses of psychedelics and some natural occurrences where I had some phenomenon type experiences. I mean, this whole experience is a phenomenon. Even the insipid, mundane, repetitive, predictable stuff. Just the fact that any of this is happening. But I just don't have enough faith to believe that it's all just happened by accident. Like, that just doesn't seem like a very intelligent approach to me. It seems like an insecure approach. Like, oh, I can't handle if there is anything, so it's just, no, I'm just not going to believe that. I'm just not going to touch that at all. Where it's like, look, just because there might be a God, it doesn't mean it's anything like any of the religions. There are, like, advanced beings out there. Ancient beings that, like, any description of any kind of God around here is just basically an insult. It's just blasphemy. It's more the religious people to me who are the blasphemous ones of whatever true a divinity is. Because if you're trying to portray something you don't know what it is, and you're just putting this, like, making this image of it, like, that's a false god. So having a religion is having a false god. Sorry, I'm just having all kinds of spontaneous moments. It is interesting how pain is the way here to push you into a higher state of being that I feel right now. However, I don't agree that it's the way it should be. It's just insipid. It's just poor taste. It's poor taste to use pain as the thing. Like, I'm not saying it has to be easy or, like, orgasmic, which, you know, I'm fine with that. But I think it should be more of a variety. Like, there's way more of the spectrum, and we're just using, like, a couple little slivers on the spectrum. And it's weak. It's weak. And I've only realized that from all the different kind of lives I've lived in this one life. I've been a caregiver. I've been a farmer on multiple different kinds of farms. I worked in a factory. I've been to college and not enrolled. I just went to classes, astronomy and philosophy classes. I don't care about the degree. I just want to know. I want to hear stories. I want to experience it for myself. I want to perceive it for myself and truly distinguish things here. Recognize things for what they are, even if there's something that changes over time. So, yeah, Olympia's kind of driven me a little crazy, but it is a beautiful place, and there are some wonderful people here. And this is a follow-up on my first video about Olympia, because I was going to get to the good sides, and I didn't do that in the first video. I just do these videos when I'm taking the drive. And when I get to my destination, I'm like, okay, time to wrap it up. I can make a separate video if necessary. And it's more the information in these videos that's the potent part of them. Because, you know, obviously I don't have incredible quality. You can probably hear the noise of my car. I'm dressed the same in a lot of videos. Like, I'm not switching it up. There's not a whole lot of flashy things going on. I'm not, like, delivering top quality. But I am delivering data to you. And there will be more videos like this, because I'm always looking for ways to describe things to specifically describe things and distinguish their different aspects. And I want to find more people that do that. In my whole life, I have sought to find people that think about these things, and having been those encounters with those people very rare and few and far in between, I've had to just curate it myself. And now I'm making videos by myself about it because I feel like someone needs to talk about it. I feel compelled in my existence and the peace I have in my non-acceptance of this place and the dynamic and how it treats humans and how it turns humans against humans, and just the predictable, insipid pain and things like, I can deal with some pain, but this is masochistic. This is just, it's just not good taste. It's not much creativity, and it's okay to complain. It's okay to not accept. I mean, you don't want to just complain and just go on to your friends and harangue them with all your existential angst. Speaking from experience. You want to keep it positive and imaginative and like friendly vibes and stuff, but it's okay to let things get uncomfortable in a conversation, which some people are way too comfortable with things being uncomfortable, or they just don't even have the capability to feel how uncomfortable they're making something. Sorry, this video is all over the place, but I just downed an entire 16 ounce of coffee. That was very expensive. And I think I'm going to stop buying coffee. Not because I'm on coffee strike. I love coffee. I'll make it at home. You know how people complain about cigarettes and the price of cigarettes? I had to quit smoking because, gosh, it just got so expensive. And I'm thinking when I buy just a regular cup of coffee at cafe, that's not McDonald's or something, like a cafe, and it's $6 or $7 with a tip or something. I'm that's not much less than I pay for cigarettes. And one coffee, one-time experience, a couple hours, whereas a cigarettes can last, a pack of cigarettes can last me 2 weeks, but also I'm different in that way. Anyways, this video is 12 minutes, 13 minutes, I've done it again.